Everything's funny if you just say penis. And if you fan off sing it there, penis, 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 penis,
Penis, penis,
and
penis, penis,
and penis, penis, and penis, penis, and
penis, penis,
and
penis, penis.
penis, 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 penis,
Welcome to the Fantasy
penis,
Podcast. I'm
penis.
McAllister 2.0 reincarnated.
Yeah, and I'm Patch Adams.
Patch Adams from Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah,
Don't say Free Willy. Patch Adams. I don't know.
Patch Adams, the movie. It's a movie. I don't know.
It's a movie, but with Robin Williams.
Yeah, with
Oh,
Robin
okay.
Williams.
That's
Yep.
where that's where I got
Yep.
the connection.
Yep. I'm even wearing the clown nose, but you can't tell because there's no video.
Is Patch Adams related to Devontae Adams?
Yeah, brothers again. How'd you guess?
Oh yeah. Because everyone that has the same last name is related. We figured it out.
Yeah, you got to go back and lineage.
You heard it here first that DeAndre Swift and Taylor Swift are Sibs. So
Sibs.
yeah. So now Devontae Adams and Patch Adams. Yeah, we're breaking news here on Fantasy Wizards podcast.
Deep
So
into the news.
let's get into the actual NFL news. What do we have for news from the last 24 hours?
Nothing much other than just JJ's probably going on the IR, and yeah, I really don't know too much more news that kind of developed.
Yeah, some guys that were in practice didn't practice today. Jordan Addison with an ankle injury. We'll have to monitor that. Still expected to play, but just keep an eye on it. Sat out Wednesday practice. And then Darren Waller with just kind of nursing his groin like we all like to nurse our groin.
Yeah.
And
He hit it too hard after the clubs. You got to nurse the groin.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when you're on the cum couch too hard and you just don't take a seat, you gotta rest that. You gotta rest the perineum.
He's getting up there, and he's
perineum.
Getting up there. Perineum.
You gotta rest it. It's a perineal
when
injury.
you're up there in age.
Yeah, so he'll be in though.
Yep. Same thing with Jerome Ford. He missed practice due to perineum tearage. So,
Yeah, the perineum's important. So let's hope they can rest that up. All right, we're moving on to the final 6 matchups that we have to talk about. So let's do it.
Are you kidding me? That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Where are we at in society today?
Where are we at in society today, Garrett?
We're in Las Vegas. It's the Raiders versus the Patriots. Over under 41.5.
Nice.
What do you feel about any of the Patriots? Just bench them all.
Yeah, the Patriots are messed up right now, and fucking goddamn it.
Yeah, I know, man. Just don't start them.
Yeah, just don't start them. It's really like, man, you kind of look at Bill Belichick and your heart goes out to him, doesn't it? Like,
I think they're a little low on power, If somehow they could just find a cord to just plug into to get a little more power and juice, they might be doing well the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think Mac Jones is down to about 10%. He really needs to kick it up, and Juju as well. And what about Dre, though? I mean, so we're talking about Patriots that we're actually going to start. We're not going to start any of them, but Dre here?
Yeah, he's about the only one you can. I'm debating on starting him, but he just hasn't proven anything. He's been terrible these past 2 weeks. He hasn't proven anything all season. But, yeah, I mean, the Raiders is a good matchup, but they just shut down the Green Bay Packers last week. Who's to say they can't do it again? Josh McDaniels, he knows Bill Belichick well.
I got an analogy here for you, though. I mean, not an analogy, but I was feeling like this with Justin Fields after his first 3 games, and just, I didn't have any pivot options because he's my QB. It's a little different, but I just stuck with him. You're not going to do that with Ramondre and stick with him till, it's at some point you cut bait if they're not performing, but you don't think his talent's gonna ride this wave out?
Well, luckily, while Justin Fields was not performing that great, you still scored over 56 points, right?
He was still, yeah. 56, baby.
So, I'm kind of really low on my team right now after they gave me that 56-point loss. So I really don't even know what to do. I'm reeling, really. But I probably will start Ramondre based on the sample size of Las Vegas defense, allowing fantasy points to running backs. So Zeke Elliott, I just hope he doesn't out-touch him and outperform him.
All right. And then don't look now, but Goose Mahoney, Hunter Henry.
Yeah. He's rough. Why don't you hit that drop one more time?
That's Hunter Henry from last week.
Yeah. I dropped him, so I'm not worried about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You bid. You went heavy bid on Cole
Kmet has got a great. I would pivot on any options. I would drop Hunter Henry.
Okay, so no one on the Patriots we're doing except I would go with Ramondre this week if it were me. But I'm not deep in that shitstorm there. So I don't have that personal bias. All right, and then the other side of the field, the Vegas Raiders. Who we starting? We starting Jimmy G?
Yeah, he's probably on your bench, he's probably on the waiver wire. I'm not streaming him. But yeah, Josh Jacobs, easy start. Patriots just are not good at
Football.
Stopping anybody. So yeah, Josh Jacobs is in my lineup. How do you feel about the wide receivers? You think more than just Devontae Adams is able to be started this week?
Yeah, Jacoby Myers is a really great start this week. I start him with confidence, sure.
Cool. Yeah, I felt the same way. What about their tight end here?
The Raiders tight end.
That's why I threw it to you, because I totally am drawing a blank.
Because you're drawing the blank?
Yeah.
We're both drawing blanks. I guess we're not starting him, whoever he is.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I think you can start the Las Vegas Raiders defense. They're not great, but just based on this matchup, the over-under, they're being at home, the Patriots have no idea how to play offense at all. I think you can start the Las Vegas Raiders defense. It's just like a Miami scenario for me, but
no, I think so too. Middling, underperforming defense against a terrible, crappy offense, but they are kind of on the rise after what they did to the Packers this past Monday. So I like the Raiders start. I like them a lot better than some of the defenses we talked about yesterday. So.
You don't play it, just play it.
Ooh, baby. It's going to be a good one. It's the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Jets. Over-under is 41.
This is a certified hood classic.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Eagles and Jets?
This is not interconference. Is that the way you say it?
Interconference, yeah.
Matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inter is between, intra is within.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Just for that
journalism
drop there.
English. That's what I'm talking about. So, anyways, how do you feel? Eagles are favored by 7. So, how do you feel about Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown stack?
Yeah, no, I'm not really that high on AJ Brown this week. They're gonna put Sauce Gardner on their number 1 wide receiver, and that's gonna be AJ Brown. So temporary expectations for him, but I think Devonta Smith could have a bounce back game.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, this is I see Dallas Goedert really shining in this game too, based on the Jets allowing more points to the tight end position. So and that probably just speaks to their cornerback play. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be you temper your expectations, but the Eagles, you're starting all their options. What about DeAndre Swift?
Yeah, I think he's startable. I mean, he's the clear-cut guy in Philly at this point. Kenneth Gainwell is nothing right now. So I think he's a decent start, but Jets defense is pretty good. But I think you still got to start him.
Yeah, with this O-line, I don't think you need to worry about any matchups coming forward. They can just produce no matter what. You saw it with Miles Sanders last year, and you see now what he is doing without a good offensive line in Carolina. So
over there in Carolina, but I mean, you're right. Philadelphia offense is just too good, really, to be stopped.
Yeah.
It's kind of like San Francisco's offense, but not quite as on.
I agree.
Adderall.
I can't wait. I think Eagles, 49ers, NFC Championship, it will be the real Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, but the defense of the 49ers will win that championship, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the Eagles do have a really good run defense, too.
Yeah.
So,
anything can happen, but we're looking way too far ahead now.
A little too far.
So what about this defense? You think they're startable against Zach Wilson and the Jets?
The Eagles defense?
We serve food here, sir.
Yeah, there's a lot of food here on this play. They're going to eat.
Yeah. I agree. It's a pretty simple start, but they're rostered. They're like 99% rostered, so whoever's got them, that's good for you.
Good for you. Nice.
What about Zach Wilson? He did not perform well against the Denver Broncos with a good matchup, so obviously you're not even worried about him.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
That's how it looks watching Zach out there.
Yeah, it's pretty pitiful. I was kind of wrong about him. But I mean, what about,
You were wrong. I made him my start
Garrett
of the
Wilson.
week after the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Made him my hard start, and he crapped against the Broncos. So it's weird, But I mean, it just goes to show like you need to see a trend with the quarterback before you're gonna throw him out there. And then who'd you say, Garrett Wilson?
Yeah. What about Garrett Wilson in this tougher matchup?
Damn. Now, against the Philadelphia pass defense, wait, which one is it? Philadelphia has one amazing. Is it they have an amazing rush or amazing pass, and then the other one's crappy?
They allow a fair amount of points to fantasy wide receivers. So
Okay, so the pass defense is bad.
Yeah. They're third. They're third against. They're the third best matchup against wide receivers. So
I mean, I'd roll with Garrett. It's kind of like you drafted him. You're not going to give up on him on a talented guy like that. Kind of like Chris Olave, but it's not like Chris Olave has competition. Garrett Wilson doesn't really have any competition. So.
yeah, I think he's a good start this week. I wouldn't start any other receiving options, even Conklin at the tight end position.
That boy ain't right.
But I mean, Garrett Wilson is a startable flex player for me in that category.
All right. Jets defense against the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a low over under, and they're at home. They could surprise you, but I'm not starting them.
No, not against the Eagles. Even if a defense is really good, you don't want to start them against a great offense like the Browns and Niners this week.
Yeah, I agree. So if you have the Jets, they're fairly high owned. I would stream a different defense this week.
All right, that covers all of the players in this one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess except for Brees Hall.
No, we covered Brees Hall.
Oh yeah,
We talked about him.
Okay.
Yeah, we said I'm pretty sure we said. Wait, maybe we didn't cover him.
I don't think we did.
Okay.
We covered
All right.
DeAndre Swift. So Brees Hall, maybe.
Yeah, Philly just like the run.
Yeah.
Just we're a little bit higher on Garrett Wilson this week.
Yeah.
Just for that reason. Also, we're a little bit lower on Brees Hall.
Yeah, if you have to play him, it's rough out there. A lot of injuries, but yeah, if you have other options, I would start somebody else.
Yeah, probably Brees Hall managers don't really have other options. Running backs. The running back room is pretty rough at this point, so you're probably starting him, but just don't expect a lower ceiling and a lower floor.
Flex somebody with high upside this week with a great matchup.
Flexing, baby. All right, now we are moving on to the next one.
Heck yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Where are we at in society today?
All right.
Now we're at Tampa Bay.
That's where we're at in society today.
Yep.
Tampa.
So Detroit Lions at Tampa. Over under 43.5. How do you feel about Garf?
Yeah, I think he's a good play.
Yeah, they're favored by 3. There's a fair amount of points. I think he's shown that he's matchup independent.
Yeah.
He kind of had a tough matchup last week against Carolina.
Would you take Jared Goff this week against the Buccaneers or Brock Purdy against the...
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, okay.
Yeah.
Do you see Jared Goff becoming sort of a Brock Purdy?
Yeah, it's like he's Brock Purdy light, maybe,
All right, got you.
Or Brock Purdy White Claw.
Oof. Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Jared Goff, yeah, pretty good start against the Buccaneers here, and then moving on to Lions wide receivers. Amon-Ra, he's in your lineup if he's playing.
Yeah, I mean he should be over that abdominal injury, so
he should be. Dan Campbell is liking where he's at. He said as much. Josh Reynolds. What about this guy?
Yeah, it spells trouble for Josh Reynolds. I think there's a little too many mouths to feed. It's just Laporta and Amon-Ra is who I'd be comfortable.
Yeah. You're not taking a little shot here on Jamison Williams? I don't think that boy's going to eat a little bit?
They're easing him in. I think Dan Campbell's more upset for the reason he was suspended and just trying to punish him. I don't think he saw the field hardly at all last game.
Yeah, people going to gamble, huh?
Yep.
All right. Dan Campbell is taking a hard stance on it, punishing his own player for it. Yeah. Okay, and then David Montgomery, eh?
Yeah, he's a hard start, man. I know this Buccaneers defense isn't as formidable of a matchup, but just the way he's been producing, he's like the running back 4. So
he's really doing amazing this season, like shining star. Way to go, David. David Montgomery Gentry.
Yeah, and I'm benching Jahmyr Gibbs, not starting him.
Is he fully healthy this week still?
If he even plays, don't even mess with him.
Okay, just because of the snap count, the way they're treating him.
Hold on to him near the end of the season. Hopefully he'll switch roles, or you can see higher snap count and touches with maybe potential injury to Montgomery.
Yeah. All right. Laporta, we already talked about. Laporta said he's in your lineup, and then the Lions D. You like him against the Bucks here, and Baker.
Yeah, I see. It's a lower-ish over/under, and Lions are favored, so I see the defense doing fairly well. Baker can turn the ball over. This Lions defense is decent against, their strong suit in the passing game. You're not going to see them run a lot. So, yeah, I would start Detroit Lions this week.
Yeah, for sure. All right, the other side of the ball, Baker. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stream him this week, but he should do well enough to make, the receiving options viable against the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Now, is Mike Evans healthy?
I think he is going to play this week. Coming off the bye, he had enough rest. I think he should be all right.
Okay, yeah. If he's healthy, he's in your lineup. He's been great.
Yep. Godwin's the guy that's kind of, you're worried about, but I think you're flexing him at least.
Yeah, God Chriswin. I'm in, man. GODD.
Ooh, baby.
I think you flex him. If Mike Evans is out, definitely play him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then we got Rashad White over here, but facing the Lions D.
Yeah. Again, there's so many injuries, you might be forced to flex him at least, or put him in your running back 2 slot. But yeah, I wouldn't expect a lot of points from him this week.
Yeah, and then so Buccaneers tight end. You start Buccaneers tight end.
Yeah, I pulled that one out.
Yeah, you did.
What?
Oh, Austin Hooper was the Las Vegas tight end that we forgot about.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You know, Austin Hooper's like not even 30 yet. Does that surprise you?
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Exactly. So I couldn't believe Austin Hooper isn't even 30 yet, and he's been in the league so freaking long.
There's NFL players, like, just the game is so brutal. Like, you think they've been there forever, and maybe they haven't, but forever for NFL players is like 30.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But yeah, Cade Otton, he should see, a fair amount of targets or snaps, but he's not getting a lot of fancy points yet.
Don't do it. No, don't do Cade. And then Buccaneers defense.
I don't think you want to start them, but
no, the Lions are humming pretty well.
Yeah.
Even in Tampa Bay, like, yeah, they're not good enough to want to start against the Lions. So
I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's head on to the next one.
You play to win the game.
We got an NFC divisional matchup: Arizona Cardinals against the LA Rams.
Yeah, buddy.
High over under 48.5. Rams are favored at home by 7. How do you feel about Joshua Dobbs, buddy?
Pretty salty after last week when they refused to feed Michael Wilson, but that's not his call for not putting Michael in. No, I don't know. He was looking pretty good for a start for last week. But I think just he showed last week, just the variance is too high.
Yeah.
For him, like he's looking, not quite to the level where he's streamable. You could see him becoming like a CJ Stroud, but you could see that if you squint real hard. But
in 2 quarterback leagues, he's definitely a QB2, someone that. Yeah, in deep leagues like that, I think he's easily startable this week, but I wouldn't stream him, in a 12-team league, regular 12-team league with just 1 QB. So,
yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the Rams allow a fair amount of points to opposing quarterbacks, but surprisingly, you think that their defense is pretty good with Aaron Donald, but that's not really the case when it comes to passing game.
With James Conner being injured, it's not going to be really a balanced game. James Conner's so integral to the Cardinals' offense. Like, Josh Dobbs might suffer because of it.
Yeah,
I feel like.
For sure. I agree. So, with that, with him being out, what do you think about the new Tequila DeMarcado? Or is it Amaretto?
Amaretto
like
is what's the sweet liqueur or whatever. Yeah, Amaretto's not Hispanic.
Yeah, but DeMarcado sounds Italian too to me.
DeMarcado literally means in Spanish like no name, like no brand.
Ah.
So I guess it's ironic if you name your brand of tequila DeMarcado, it's like unbranded. Yeah.
Okay, guess it helps to be Spanish.
Yeah, and it helps to be a running back who's DeMarcado because nobody knows who you are.
He's generic tequila.
He's gonna turn himself into Marcado.
Yeah,
pretty soon. We'll see. Evan hopes for that.
Yeah,
that fab dump on him.
It's almost like it's a written rule this season. If your starting running back goes down with injury, the backup automatically becomes fantasy viable, even though it's like not even besides Josh Kelly.
Viable, sure. Well, okay. See, I was going to bring up Josh Kelly. I was also going to bring up Jerome Ford, who hasn't produced yet.
Yeah.
To this point, So
He's been okay.
We focus on the Achans. We focus on the Kyron Williams, who is honestly just been okay.
Yeah.
He's just getting all the work.
Yeah, I took it over.
And freaking who else was it? I don't know. I had a running backs, but I mean,
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss, yeah. I don't see it happening for DeMarcado because of the poopy Arizona offense. I mean, they're better this year than everyone thought they would be, but James Conner is just kind of a different guy, how he runs over there. And, I think DeMarcado would need some time to get adjusted to it. He's not going to plug and play for you.
Yeah, I mean, McLaughlin, that's another one that's been decent. But honestly, I think if you picked up DeMarcado, the tequila from Costco, you're definitely starting him because you need somebody. So just good luck with that. It's a higher over-under, so hopefully he gets a touchdown for you. What about these wide receivers for the Cardinals?
I like Marquise Brown start. No one else though.
Yeah, I agree. He's just been getting you 16, 17 points every week. So just keep sneaky starting him, and he's under the radar.
He is very under the radar. I mean, no one really thinks about him that much as a quality receiver, myself included, but I changed my thoughts on that. And then, you're not starting Michael Wilson after what happened last week. Unfortunate. And Rondale Moore also relegated to not fantasy viable.
Yeah.
And and then Zachary Ertz, baby.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah, it's a pretty good matchup. I guess it's like the second best for tight ends. So, hit it. Hit it hard.
Yeah, Mr. Dependable over here. Oh, God.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I can't even breathe. Zach Ertz. And
he'll take your breath away.
Cardinals D. Yeah, we're not starting Cardinals D away against the Rams.
Yeah,
not a
heck
chance.
no.
And moving on to the Rams, Matt Stafford.
Hard start, bro.
Hard start, man.
Good
He's been pretty dependable.
Option.
Yeah, at home against Cardinals D.
Yeah.
He's going to cook, baby.
Yeah, his touchdowns will start going up now that Cup's back. I know that Puka Nacua has just been having amazing stat lines, but he hasn't had that many TDs. Now that Cooper Kupp's back, I think you see Matt Stafford's TDs climbing, and he'll be more viable option week to week, even with tough matchups.
Unlimited.
He's looking that way. All right, and then the wide receivers for the Rams, kind of tough over here. We're not really sure what's going to happen. Cooper Kupp obviously starting, and then what about the other guys?
I think you start Nakua, and I think you can even start Atwell this week. It's a good matchup.
Well, Atwell's taking over the Van Jeff role. Van Jefferson traded to the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean that just proves to you that you can start them. I think they're all gonna be on the field a lot. Maybe Tutu gets 80% of snaps, which is still worth it to me to start at least flex.
Yeah. So you think start Tutu until he proves you wrong?
Yeah.
Sort of deal, because he hasn't shown. I mean, it's just been one game with Kupp, but
with this high over under, you can start him this week.
Yeah, against the Cardinals too. My only worry is that they just cook so hard against the Cardinals that they stop throwing the ball after a while. So
yeah, you could worry a little bit. So then, what about Kyron?
Yeah, leading into that game script, baby. This man is.
You gotta be unlimited.
He's ready to cook today.
Yeah, I think it's with an interdivisional matchup. Yes, Kyron's a good start. Don't expect too many points with them trying to exploit the pass defense of the Cardinals.
You tell me what to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what to do. Listen to me.
What?
But seriously, I think that the Cardinals will keep it close. I would definitely hit Cardinals +7 on this. So I actually see, this just being a shootout, being a great game to watch.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I do not. I see it as the Rams just rolling over the Cardinals, finally getting cut back. The emergence of Puka that no one saw coming, and then Kyron Williams also. I mean, Kyron Williams hasn't had as much of an impact for the team as Puka did, but now that Kupp is back, they're just going to be they're going to be feeling themselves so much. They're gonna roll. That's my prediction, anyways. And then
hopefully not in public, because then they could go to jail. But if they
I'll
feel
die.
themselves at home, that's fine.
Yeah.
Which they're at home, so.
They're at home. You can do what you want at home. We all know that. And you won't get in trouble. All right. What are we missing here? Higbee.
Yeah, I think he's a potential start if you're really looking, for a high upside. He could easily get 20 points in this game. So if you really need to shoot your shot on somebody, high variance, lots of points, and you don't have a great tight end anyways, I would shoot for Higbee.
Yeah. But he got the bag, so yeah, now he has no more motivation, right? As the libertarians in our audience would say.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mo money, no problems.
This is a libertarian podcast. Last one was the communist podcast.
Yep.
So you never know which form of government we're going to turn
really
to
deep
next.
into politics for sure.
Oh yeah, when next week when we talk about the
what's the Green Party?
the Green Party?
Is
What
that
is
just
it?
marijuana smokers?
It's not libertarian. The Green Party just likes to get lit.
We just need to legalize marijuana.
Yes, sir.
You whore!
That's what Biden would say.
So the Rams defense, you're starting them.
Yeah, you're starting him.
Okay.
All right.
On to the next one.
On to el próximo. Wrong button, baby.
Ooh, not the end.
Not the
Baby,
end.
the next matchup.
That's what happens when you move around your sample pads like a freaking
We
idiot.
got this amazing matchup. The New
Play
York
to win the game.
Football Giants against the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo, 44.5. I want you to guess how bad the underdog
They're not the Giants, man.
are.
They're the Munchkins. They are.
They need to hire.
They need to change their team nickname. They cannot be the Giants anymore.
Well, this is my take on it. They need to hire Rick Moranis as their head coach. He can bring them back to former glory.
Honey, I Shrunk Daniel Jones.
You never seen The Little Giants?
Oh, okay.
But he did shrink him. Yeah, wrong Rick Moranis.
There we go, dude.
They hired the wrong
Rick Moranis
Moranis.
wrong and Patch Adams, and I'm just fucking it up tonight.
Yeah, they hired the wrong Rick Moranis, and he shrunk Daniel Jones into a terrible football player. But seriously, I just guess how far underdogs they are this game.
I forget their opponent already.
The Bills.
Oh. Well,
Just a number. 1 to 20.
20.
14.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
two
thought it was going to be
touchdowns.
over 20. You're gonna
Yeah,
set me up for
that's
that.
pretty bad. 2 touchdowns with the extra points. So, I mean, I definitely wouldn't start Daniel Jones. I mean, if Saquon's in, are you starting him?
Yeah, any Bills you're starting. If Saquon's in, you're starting him because of the running back room. It's just there's no one there. They're all in the hospital beds.
Yeah.
They're out of the running back room. So
I would not start Poop Burrito.
yeah. But if Saquon's active, you're starting him.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you need to.
It
It's top
might.
tier.
Yeah, it might bring the lineup in this game if they announce Saquon is for sure starting. So Darren Waller probably out.
The Goo Goo Gachoo.
Does that leave any wide receivers viable to start at all?
For the Giants?
Yeah.
Hell no. That's a freaking no for me,
No,
dog.
Wandelay. Okay. well,
Wandelay?
yeah. So then let's just go to the
Wandelay.
Bills. You're starting Josh Allen. What about James Cook? You think he is a great start or
Yeah, I think he's a great bounce backer here.
good?
I think so.
Yeah. Good to hear. Stephon Diggs in your lineup. What about Gabe the Babe?
Did you trade for James Cook? Latavius? You think you're going to try to eat on that backup?
Maybe he could be somebody to flex this week. It's not a high over under though, even though they're highly favored. So
We
yeah,
serve
I mean,
food here, sir.
he could be in the game a lot if you're really needing somebody deep
We got
or a daily
positive game
fantasy
script.
start.
Yeah, if you need him. But mostly better reserved as a handcuff. And then, Stephon Diggs, he's a start. Were we looking at Gabe Davis here?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been solid. He's higher variance, but he's been hitting it week by week. He should hit it again this week with a good matchup.
Hit that Gabe button. And then who else? We got the tight end duo here.
Yeah, don't start either.
No.
I think Josh Allen is definitely just targeting these wide receivers. So.
Okay, and then Bills defense, total smash, eh?
Oh yeah, baby! You're lucky to have him this week.
Are we? Do we have Daniel Jones in this game, or are we on Tyrod watch?
I think Tyrod will finish out the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be that type of game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move it on here.
Are you kidding me? That's why I don't read the newspapers. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Where are we at in society today?
Wow, we're hitting this new drop hard this week.
Yeah, we are. I keep trying to go for the Bears one, but I keep missing. Move it around.
Well, this is a good Monday night matchup. Dallas Cowboys at the LA Chargers. I almost said San Diego. 50.5 over-under, the highest over-under of the week. That's good news. It's basically a pick 'em. Dallas is favored by 2, but Chargers are at home. So how do you feel about this whole entire matchup? Dak, he's been disappointing. Somebody you can stream, maybe? Possibly?
I don't know. I'm not really that impressed with this matchup. I think it's going to hit the under.
Whoa!
I just think it's going to be a dogfight. Just dirty, nasty, and Dak's going to disappoint. And then, I actually think Herbert's going to disappoint too. But
whoa!
As far as some quarterback play, I think we're going to get a stinker here. So.
Okay, here's a tall boy bet. I am so confident it's going to go over. I will give you a tall boy if it's anything under 55 points.
Oh, so you're taking 5 more than the over-under?
Yeah.
On me. Okay.
I'll give you a little more
double tall boy
room.
bet, certified, and so then cancel out with Stroud if something like that. All right. Certified tall boy bet then. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. So on to the players. Start with the Chargers. Herbert, you like him a lot against Dallas?
Yep. At home. Yeah, I love Herbert in this matchup. I think from what you saw last week, it's a pretty good offense. Eckler's going to be back. So, hopefully you see Quentin Johnson break out this game. But, yeah, I think Herbert's a hard start.
Yeah, that's why I'm down on these, down on the Chargers yet, because we've heard. I'm down on Herbert. I mean, we've heard so much talk about Quinn Johnson, Josh Palmer, but where are they at? They showed up? Not really. And Austin Eckler will definitely help him a lot.
He's going to feast this game as well. Going to get a lot of targets, I feel like, too.
So Johnson and Palmer, they're both in for you?
No. I just hope they break out this game.
Okay, but are you starting them either? Which one are you going to start?
Probably Palmer if I had to. But
okay.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, he'll be in.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming off the bye. He's going to be healthy.
Yeah.
And then what about these tight ends? I kind of see Parham getting a touchdown.
Oh, you skipped over Mike Williams.
He's injured.
Oh, God.
Out for the rest of the season.
Just testing you there.
So,
Tall boy bet. Mike Williams gets 0 points this game.
I'll take that.
All right. What would you say? Tight end, Parham?
Yeah, I see him getting a touchdown this week.
Okay, so you're going to play him?
Yeah, I'm going to play him. It's hard playing that touchdown game, but if you really need a tight end, this is a great matchup.
Seems
as well.
risky to me against Dallas, especially with those big boys Johnson, Allen, and Palmer, and Eckler over there, all vying for competition targets.
Yeah.
But you do you, boo.
I know it's 49ers, but Kittle scored 2 touchdowns against the Cowboys last week.
Yeah, I don't think you really make that comparison there. All right.
But I do.
All right, but he do. All right, the Chargers D. Chargers defense.
No. With this high over-under, I don't think you want to start him.
Okay, I agree with that. Moving on to the Cowboys, you think Prescott is going to have a bounce back?
Yes, but not so great. I see somewhere in the 15 to 17 range points projected.
Okay. Yeah, there's better quarterbacks out there on the wire if you're looking for a QB. I'm sure there's better ones out there.
Yeah.
So, and then Tony Pollard, kind of disappointing last week.
Yeah, he's going to bounce back. He's the guy you want a hard start for the Cowboys. I think he's going to feast this week.
Yeah.
As the Chargers D.
Deco Rowdle, great bench stash.
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry about him. He hasn't performed yet, but he's a good talent for a backup.
He's a good talent. You heard it
I
from
see
the man.
him as the next Tony Pollard for that team.
He's a good talent, but not a great talent. But
Yeah.
a good one. And then Jake Fergie got him, pinned him down.
Yeah, he's got a great matchup too this week. I think you start him.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, disc sheep.
Yep.
Tough.
Disc sheep. Yeah, he's got a pretty good matchup. Not great, but how do you feel about
What, Michael Gallup?
yeah, Gallup and even Brandon Cooks?
Oh, yeah, he's here. No, not really.
Gallup did break out before the 49ers. I forget who they played, but
I mean, if CeeDee Lamb can't produce here, then I don't want any of the other guys that, I mean, Michael Gallup's shown a little bit of life, but I'm not interested.
yeah, if you shoot your shot at one of those, it's definitely Gallup who you want to play. Cowboys defense. They embarrassed you last week.
Defense. I guess I'm going to have to say, start him because I just dogged on Herbert. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they embarrassed you last week against the Niners, but the Chargers are no Niners. So, even without, not Travion Diggs. Travion?
Yeah.
Travion Diggs. I mean, even without him, it's still a pretty formidable defense. So. Despite the fact they got gashed, I look for them to have a bounce back week. I'd go ahead and start him.
Yeah, I'm not starting with this high over under, especially with my prediction of it even being over 50 points, 50 and a half. Yeah, I mean, they embarrassed you last week, and I actually don't think this is. I mean, Herbert's going to surprise you, man. I can't wait to watch this game with you next week.
Well, you got a cold one waiting for you if that's the case. So we got C.J. Stroud over or under 18 fantasy points, and we got the over under Chargers Cowboys game as our tallboy bets of the week. So that's our last matchup for the week. Anything else you want to mention out to the folks before we head off into week 6 Wonderland?
Don't score 56 points. Score a little more than that.
Does not recommend
my
you to score
advice.
56 points in your lineup, especially with everyone active in your lineup. Still getting that.
I'd advise against it, so
Yeah.
good luck.
Don't score 130 and lose, but, that's okay. That's not as bad. All right, good luck, everybody, on week 6, and we'll see you next week. Keep those wands nice and high. Don't let them down.
Jet fuel and that stuff.
Jet fuel.
What?
Whoops.